Hey, don't look now, but it's us. We're back, and the summer series continues on Three Guys Before the Game. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but I think, guys, we got a good one for you. We might have a dandy for you.
This qualifies as a dandy, and it's really unique.
Yes.
It's a first.
It's a first.
Yeah.
645th episode, and what you're about to see and hear has never, ever appeared on a Three Guys episode, and that's just not like baiting you with a tease. It's true. True?
I mean, it was a good tease, but it is true.
You guys get on me for saying stuff that sometimes might be a little bit hyped up.
Yeah, that's actually confirmed what you just said.
It's confirmed.
Confirmed.
It's episode
Historic.
645. Mountaineer football player
Epic.
Edward Vesterinen is with us. That's the only time I'm going to roll the R during the entire show. We'll talk about that as well. Three Guys brought to us by Jan Dills, attorneys at law. They won't take no for an answer. They simply won't take no. By Comax Business Systems, keeping West Virginia's business data safe, secure, and efficient for 25 years. By Gomart. Get a Gomart rewards card and immediately begin saving on food and fuel. In fact, I loaded up fuel today.
You did.
At Gomart. Whitehall location, one of the great locations in the Gomart chain.
Beautiful store.
Yeah,
You
it is
did a great
very
job
nice.
there.
Sandy, the manager.
Sandy,
Yeah.
excellent.
Grace is there.
Taylor Joe.
Taylor Joe.
Well, you guys, what were you doing? Did you make a
We had to stop.
Trip there. Stop.
I
We
had to
took
get some snacks. He
Did
had
some
to get
stuff.
gas.
Yeah. Three Guys brought to us by Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans. They sell family fun. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com. By Tudor's Biscuit World. Start your day the homemade way with a Tudor's biscuit. And by Conley's CPA Group, providing value beyond numbers. All right, let's jump in. Eddie V. Edward Vesterinen is our special guest, Mountaineer football player. His appearance here on Three Guys Before the Game is brought to us by our good friend, fine-looking Phil at Daniel's Men's Store here in Morgantown. They not only outfit Three Guys, they also outfitted Eddie V when he was at Media Day
nice
last week. You looked special. You look good, didn't you?
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So you
And that shirt he wore there is, of course, available at the store or online.
Right.
So Daniel's of Morgantown. Check it out.
So when you go into Phil to get fitted over there, or Phil comes over, right? He does it either way. Like, what do you tell him that you're looking for? Like, what suit did you go? Like last year, what suit did you go with when you guys got suits?
I mean, when we get suits, especially for the media day, I just walk in and, I mean, he has an eye for what people like, and usually I just go with whatever he wants, because
That's what I do too. Same with
yeah,
me.
you know, I'm myself. I'm not a very big dresser, you know, but I trust Phil's hands. Very much.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's basically the whole thing for Phil right there, right? I just go in and trust what Phil says.
I think
that's it. He just nailed
The
it.
best way to approach it is like, let Phil dress you. Most guys don't have that gene in them that just let Phil, and he makes people look better than they're supposed to look. Yeah. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you so much.
And I mean that. I don't say that to everybody, and here's why I say that. I think you're one of the all-time great stories in Mountaineer football. I truly believe that. And I've got incredible respect for anyone who even plays football at this level. But in your case, you did so many things that don't happen in order to get where you are. You come from a different country. Obviously, English is not your first language. You were completely raw as a football player when you got here. And I remember they had to literally start from from zero in teaching you how to play this game. And you get through that to the point where you are a contributing regular member at the highest level of college football.
All Big 12 designation.
Yeah.
He's got all Big 12 honorable mention honors and academic honors.
That's what I was going to say. And then academically, obviously, this is, again, as I said, this is not your first language, and you get all academic honors. You've already got your bachelor's. You're working on your master's. So to me, like, you become one of the all-time great stories. You define what this is supposed to be, this being collegiate sports. So I love it.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, you know. Definitely, I'm so proud to be part of the Mountaineer football team, and especially being here in Morgantown for 4.5 years. You know, Morgantown feels like a home to me, and I'm just very happy to be in this position.
Yeah. We'd love to go back to figure out exactly how in the world you got here. So you get here, and we hear Eddie V, he was in the Finnish army. Like, so let's go all the way back. Let's go little guy Eddie.
Okay.
Were you ever little guy Eddie, or were you always big kid Eddie?
I was a little big kid. Yeah, maybe a little chubby.
A little chubby?
A little chubby.
Uh-huh.
Maybe when I was 13 years old, 12 years old. I mean, I was into music, you know. I was in a part of a church choir and played my little saxophone.
Huh.
Yeah, and I was a little chubby kid until really I found sports.
Okay, so you're singing in the choir?
Yeah, singing church choir with a lot of young boys.
Yeah, good singer?
Maybe not the best. They never put me as a solo, you know, so I figured I might not be the best.
So you were just kind of in the
Part of the
crowd.
team player.
Part of the team.
Okay.
Yeah, team player.
And
for sure.
you're enjoying that?
I mean, there's times, you know, especially during Christmas, when you're part of a church choir, you have so many concerts. Like my Christmas time, December was booked like every weekend and practice every week, you know, twice, three times a week practice. And I mean, it's kind of hard to describe, you know, it's there's a discipline too, you know, there's our conductor, you know, he ran the whole thing and he held discipline on us, you know.
What do you mean by discipline? Would he hit you?
No, he wasn't hitting us. No,
What are you even talking about when he hit? No.
I just he said discipline. I just asked him.
Is
I
that
wanted to
discipline
ask.
at your house to like immediately?
That's how my dad. Yeah, that was discipline for me. You didn't do something right, he whack you.
No, it wasn't like
Okay,
that.
I didn't
yeah.
know. I mean, it's Finland. I didn't know.
Yeah, Finland. Yeah, we don't really do that.
They don't
Oh, you don't
Yeah.
hit. You don't
Yeah.
hit.
They
No,
don't beat
we
their
don't.
children.
What countries over there hit?
Well, stop. What are
Maybe-
you doing?
No, he was
Don't
going to give me an
answer- you don't
answer.
have to answer that.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
He was
Eddie.
going to tell me what country was just between me.
Maybe more the Southern Europeans.
Southern Europe.
Yeah, Southern Europeans.
Don't let him get you off the rails.
Don't ignore that, Eddie.
Yeah.
All right, I'll strike that from the record. So did you always do well in school academically?
Academically, not the best, but you know, I was hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went there just to see my friends and you know have fun at that time.
So academics became more serious later in life? Is that what you're saying? When you got here, became more focused?
Well, they didn't really. I mean, the school in Finland is pretty hard. Yeah, and you know, once I got here, I was kind of prepared. You know.
So, well, that's a nice way of saying like it was more difficult there back home.
Definitely, high school was a little more difficult for me.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you're a chubby 12 or 13-year-old kid. When you're doing this choir, is that outside of school or is that a part of school?
So everything is outside of school. We don't do clubs within schools.
Right.
So it was outside of school. It was it was a big church in Finland. It was a known boys choir. A lot of famous singers came from that choir.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you do any shows at the famous Helsinki Cathedral?
Yes, that was our cathedral. Every Sunday, usually, we had our Sunday mass.
At the
Or what do you-
Helsinki, that's a famous cathedral.
Famous, yeah, very famous cathedral, yeah.
So I bet you it's big and the sound there is probably
Yeah.
wow.
And yeah, when we used to do this tour around Finland to go these different cathedrals and like sing, and then we used to know how some cathedrals had a really like echo. It was really long, so really hard to sing when you can like hear your own voice
Coming back at
yeah,
you.
it was really hard at sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes we have that at the stadium.
Yeah.
When very rarely it's happened at the football stadium where someone sings the anthem and it bounces back at them and it can flip you out. So you're a 12, 13-year-old chubby kid in a choir. Let's talk about sports. What are you playing, if anything, when you're 12, 13 as a club?
Well, I was playing tennis alongside saxophone and church, you know, boys choir. So I was playing tennis for maybe 8 years. I did the choir for maybe 10, saxophone probably 8 years.
Okay, so
Singles,
tennis.
doubles, both in tennis.
I did singles, yeah,
Mhm.
singles.
Pretty good.
I wasn't the best, but I know how to play, definitely.
So you could get on a court right now.
Yeah, I could definitely get on court right now. Maybe my the start, you know, the slam is not maybe perfect, but I'll definitely give you a fight.
You can serve.
Yeah, that was the serve. You know, that's the hardest part for me in the tennis is serving, right?
Yeah. Could you beat every current Mountaineer football player in tennis? All of your teammates? Could you beat them all?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I would say so.
Yes.
Probably. Okay.
Probably.
So let's get into where does this football thing start for you?
So the football thing.
Oh, wait a
starts-
second. This is before. Give me the Army. I want to
Right,
know
right.
about
We
the
gotta ask about
Army.
the
Then
Finnish Army situation.
So was football before the Army?
Football was before Army. Army was after high school.
Okay, so when was the first time you were introduced to American football?
The first time I was introduced to American football was probably 13 years old.
Okay.
Maybe it was it was probably like the Blue Mountain State Netflix series.
Okay.
But I think before that, maybe I saw some. It was really. I remember just this highlight, this compilation, a big hit compilation. That started everything. I saw it on YouTube. We had a great song and big hits, and I was like, wow, this looks fun, And
So you're seeing dudes just crash
Yes.
into other, just big hits in American football, and you're going like, I like that.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I was just getting into puberty, and I felt like maybe I needed something more handsy or something, more physical or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah. Bang people.
Yeah, and like maybe I had a lot of frustration in me that I needed to get out, and well, also, I haven't told you this, I had a fourth brother,
Okay.
and he passed away when I was 13 years old.
Oh,
And
wow.
I think, that's probably what really got me started playing football, is because I had a lot of frustration that I had to deal with.
You had a lot of anger.
A lot of anger, why now, why me, why my brother, a lot of questions, and,
Yeah, and so that's a difficult time when you're 13. Just if you're 13, when you lose someone like that, I'm sure it was just a horrific time for you.
He was. I mean, he was my best friend, to be honest, and he had an alcohol problem, and that's what led him, to pass away.
Right, right. And so that takes you into the world of football. How much of that was around you? How did was the club level like there? How were you introduced to it?
So after the video, I went on internet, Google, looked up the team on Helsinki, and I didn't know it was the best team in the nation. So I just texted him, the junior head coach, and he told me to come to this practice field at this time. And I remember my first practice, they put me in the O-line, and I didn't know what I was doing. And, I was there. I kind of met the guys. I made friends with the people, and, it was a good group of people that I met. And
Right.
So at that point, you had not seen an entire game or even parts of a game? Or by the time you went to the first practice, you'd seen some games?
Well, I've never seen a live game before that, or I've never really...
Or even on TV?
Not even, the highlights were
That's
the
it.
only thing. Yeah, I never had... I probably did not know that they had 4 downs.
Right. No, I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's, when you say zero, you started from
Zero,
scratch.
yeah, that was completely zero, yeah.
And how long did you do that at a club level?
So club level, I think I did, first year I did juniors. It was maybe like 14, 15-year-olds. And then after that, I kind of got bumped into the men's team very, very early. I was starting in the men's team when I was 17 years old. And like my team, they were winning the national championship every year, like at men's level. So it was like the highest level of American football in Finland.
So are you still playing offensive line at that time?
Yes, I was playing both sides, offensive line and defensive line. I was very much a team first guy.
Is the coach from Finland, or was it an American person that came over to coach the team?
So the Helsinki Roosters is my hometown team, and they have import players. They usually have 4 Americans that they bring in every year, and usually there's at least maybe 1 American coach somewhere, maybe a position coach, sometimes a head coach, and that's really what Americans come in.
Yeah.
So how did you get to West Virginia?
So how did I get to West Virginia? So I came in to see. Everyone was telling me, you need to go overseas. You're really good at this naturally. And so okay, and I go to football camps 1 year, maybe like 2019 or 18, no 17 probably. Well, it didn't work out for me. I came in bad shape, not conditioned.
So when you went to these camps, were they home or were they over here in the United States?
They were in the United States.
Okay, so they round up a bunch of guys from Europe, right?
Yeah.
And they bring you guys over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks, and then you take buses from all over the East Coast, and then that didn't work out for me the first year. But then 2 years after, I was posting a lot of videos on Twitter, and that's how I was posting everyday videos on Twitter, and that's how I got recruited by West Virginia.
Oh, no, wait a second.
Okay, hold on. First, before you get that, go back to the first time you came through camp here. Did you walk away saying, oh no, I'm a long way from this? Or did you say, I can see the path there, I've just got some work to do?
So I didn't specifically come to West Virginia, but I went to like big schools,
Right.
Big Ten or, big schools. And well, my first thinking was like, oh man, like this competition is different. I didn't think it was going to be this hard because, man, everyone's out there. It's kind of like a free for all. And then I realized, you have to skip lines. Like I was skipping lines and people are mad at me. And I was just like, I don't know what you're saying,
Going through drills, you mean?
Yeah, going through drills.
And you're jumping ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was like, you had to do it. It was like you had to, or you were not even being looked at if you didn't jump lines.
I see what you're
And
saying.
then I was like, I didn't go yet, even though I did go like three times in a row. I didn't go yet. But that's it's very brutal. Like from all these camps, I was like, man, I got to put in some extra work. And I really started working harder.
You have something that the Finnish call Cisu.
Yeah, Cisu. Yeah.
Sisu, Cisu.
Cisu, yeah.
Which is about grit and determination, which I think fits right in with, Brad, what a mountaineer is. Grit and determination. Do you see the parallel between Cisu and the mountaineer spirit?
Definitely, I see it, yeah. Correlation, big correlation.
Yeah, in what way?
I mean, Cisu, it's hard to describe. I mean, it's like not giving up ever. It's kind of like if you say something, you do it, and just going all the way, even though if you have some, it's kind of like just never giving up. And it's, it's grit, everything. And, that's what Finnish people are. They're very stubborn. That's what also Cisu is like. You're stubborn. You don't listen to anybody else. You have your own thing you want to do, and you want to finish it. And
Doesn't that fit perfectly, Brad, with us,
absolutely,
with
100%.
West Virginia?
Maybe
100%.
we should adopt Finland as our sister country.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. That's a
We
lot
put
of
that on a T-shirt. We might take that.
Cisu.
Put that on a T-shirt. That's
Cisu.
very good.
that could be a new three
SISU,
guys.
Yeah.
Cisu.
That could be a new three guys
I
t-shirt.
like that.
Yeah.
We might do that.
Yeah.
So this is really fascinating. So you get over here the first time and you go like, I can't play with these dudes. You go back. When you say you do more work when you go back, is that lifting? Is that drills? What is that? What made you better?
what made me better is working out every day. I doubled the amount of workouts I did, late night workouts, running up the hill, or it just, I figured, I've kind of like found out that there's a lot of people, tens of thousands of kids that I'm racing against, like right now, like the time is running out, I'm getting older, just increased a lot of workouts,
Mm-hmm. You just turned on you maximized your Cisu is what you did.
Definitely maximized, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, clip that and send that out to some kids, right? That right there is the key. Realized he was competing against thousands and you had to step it up.
Yeah.
Not entitled.
So when you said, Eddie, that you started to post on Twitter each day, what were you posting? What were you showing on your videos that caught the eye of West Virginia?
So I was posting, football drills, weight room workouts, single leg squats, walking on my hands, anything. It was kind of like I was trying to sell my brand, and I had to figure out something every day. Like if I didn't have content today, like I had to figure out something. So I did hand walking. You walked on my hands for 10 yards because, I had to post every day was the thing. Like I was posting every day, so I knew somebody was seeing it.
Wow.
Where'd you get those ideas? Were you following people that were doing that, or you just thought of that?
I just thought of that, really. Walking on my hands was just.
How long you been doing that for?
I didn't do it a lot. I just did it just for the videos.
Just okay.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get you up here today and start walking.
I haven't done it in a couple of years, but
That's all right. Fine.
you give me a couple of days to get
fine.
ready.
No, I don't want to get you. The last thing I want to do is get you hurt.
We got to go back to the Finnish army there.
Okay,
we
so
jumped ahead.
So you come over here. It doesn't work out as far as getting any offers. You go double down. You go full mode Cisu. You start putting out things on Twitter. Where does the Finnish army come into this?
So after I finished high school, every male in Finland has to do it before they turn 30 years old. So I figured, might as well just do it right after high school so I don't have to think about it anymore.
How long do you have to commit?
So I did 6 months of Army. I was in I got into this sports academy, which is kind of like the best athletes from Finland. They got, we're basically trained as urban recon, like soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like they give us a little more free time to like during the day. Maybe you can go to your workouts or your team practice, or they give you a little, like they also had a nice weight room. They had a little more thing, like a snack room for, they had a little better things, a little better for the top athletes for Finland.
Urban, what was that again?
Urban area reconnaissance.
Okay,
recon.
so give me an example of what that would, how
Like
would that
what were
work?
you learning
What
there?
would you need to do here? What could you do?
So my wartime assignment is to be in this group of maybe 10 people, and we're basically gonna be dropped maybe close to the enemy, and it's kind of like just we're supposed to recon the urban areas, kind of like the suburban, the city areas. And it's kind of, simplifying it, just kind of like looking on roads, like writing down what kind of equipment do you see, and then just like giving the information forward. That's basically,
recon.
That is significant and maybe hard for some in this country, except those who've served in the military, to relate to, because you share a long border with Russia, and Finland is now a NATO member. So if push came to shove, you guys would be on the good guys' side, on NATO's side, right?
Yeah, definitely. The current, the status of, there's a lot of things that's been going on with Russia and Ukraine, and especially when they attacked Ukraine, then Finland, we understood like we might be next. That's why we joined NATO. And throughout the history, we were always trying to be neutral. We always trying to play both cards, the West and the Russia.
Mm-hmm.
But now with the Ukraine, we had to decide, and we decided to ally with the West.
So you could be called back in to military service?
Yes, I'm in the reserve, so anytime they could ask for me to come back. Yeah.
That's a while.
Yeah.
Who reaches out to you? Well, let me do this first. 3 Guys Before the Game is brought to us by Comax Business Systems. Looking for a refreshing water upgrade for your office? By the way, you've been noticing I got 2 solo cups on top of cups.
I see that.
Yeah, using the water system, right?
Okay.
Comax water system. They've got these incredible systems, both hot and cold for your business or your break room. Get rid of all that plastic. These guys get on me a little bit because I'm against big plastic. And so I'm saying you get these water machines clean, good water. You don't want that, right? All that stuff. Check it out. Visit comaxwv.com. That's comaxwv.com. Also, I wanted to ask you this. You ever go to Tudor's Biscuits?
I have, yeah.
See a big smile when you say Tudor's Biscuit.
How many could you eat if you're hungry? Could you take down 2 easy, right?
2, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Could you do 3?
Could you do 3?
3. I think if I'm really hungry, 3.
It's our first
You
3
could do
guys.
the
That's the
first
first
3,
3 guys on 3. He said he could eat 3.
I believe it.
Yeah, I don't doubt anybody. So, hey, by the way, Tudor's getting ready to debut some new barbecue sauces.
Excuse me?
Is that on the 3 Guys Biscuit?
Well, we're getting there too, but the barbecue sauces we're going to be able to sample. They'll be coming out next month. And so for those of you that are looking for just a little something there, and also don't forget, they've got that they're trying to figure out what the new merchandise is going to be for the fall, and they've been giving away, this ends this month, those $100 each week. Remember I've been telling you about those things?
Sure.
Yeah, each week they're doing that. And all you have to do is go to the website and you just put the deal in here, and what the website is I'll get it for you here in a second, but gives you an opportunity to pick what you think should be the new merch coming up for Tudor's, and then you're like in big business. You get a $100 gift card. All you got to do is enter and just give them your picks.
So we're getting those barbecue sauces in? Is that what you said?
In the next short while. They're not out yet, but that's coming up here.
How many?
3 different sauces. Yeah, 3 different sauces.
We get to sample those.
Confirmed.
Okay.
So, Eddie, if given the choice between a big old biscuit or a slice of Karelian pie.
Big biscuits, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
By the
big
way-
on the Karelian pie.
I don't know what's.
I thought that was a-
Karelian pie.
I thought it was a national
You weren't
dish,
saying it right.
Karelian
You
pie.
weren't saying it right.
I'm sorry, I didn't say it right. How do you say it right?
Karelian.
Karelian pie.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Karelian pie. Okay, I don't know about that. Now you.
So what's in that?
It's a rice pie
Rice.
around like a bread. Yeah, it's a traditional Finnish.
What else is it? What's in there? What goes with the rice? Anything?
Butter and some
Oh.
yeah.
Rice, bread, and butter.
Yeah, it's in like a bread, and then put rice in the middle, and it's cooked, baked, and then you put some butter on it.
Oh.
Karelian. You said Karelian pie.
Yeah, it's Karelia is the area right next to Russia. You know, it's
Oh, so it's named for a town.
yeah, or like the area.
Region.
And region, yeah.
Region.
Region, yeah.
Okay, favorite meal.
Favorite meal? You like Finnish meal? or-
Yeah, well, we'll do both. We'll do Finnish meal, then we'll do an American meal. Finnish
Okay.
meal, favorite.
Finnish meal, smoked salmon with
Oh yeah.
potatoes and some sour cream gravy with some dill, lemon
Yeah.
squeezed in there.
Big in
Yeah.
that dill.
You're
They're
right,
big.
what it was. How do the what form are the potatoes in? Just like cut up.
Small golden potatoes. Small
Golden.
golden.
Roasted?
Yes.
That's
You guys
good.
like that dill.
Yeah, dill. Very.
You guys are big in that
big,
dill.
very big.
Big
because it goes with the fish.
The
Right?
dill and the relishes. You guys are in the relishes a little bit too, or is that
Yeah.
more? Yeah, yeah.
Smoked
that-
fish.
yeah, that-
Dessert? Does the dessert go with that?
Blueberry pie
Well,
with vanilla sauce.
Vanilla
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about over here? Have you had? Have you had a food? Have you had a food over here that you hadn't had back home that when you ate it for the first time you went like, "Holy goodness, what is this?" You fall in love with any of our food?
Barbecue.
There you
some,
go.
Some
Thought
good,
so.
good baby rack ribs.
Yeah.
With some good barbecue sauce. Ooh, like really like I don't like some smoke. You know, good.
Yeah,
good
smoked
barbecue.
out. Yeah.
Smoked ribs. That's some really good stuff. I mean,
We got a guy that does that for us.
oh yeah.
Rev
we'll,
Kev.
we'll have to get him some this
Yes.
fall.
We'll get you
He'll-
some
yeah.
of those.
You'll love it.
It's just,
What's your favorite training table meal? What's your go-to over there?
Chicken. Just if they have chicken wings, like chicken thighs, whatever.
Yeah, whatever chicken is.
Whatever
bet
chicken.
Yeah.
like I bet you could crush some chicken thighs.
Okay, man.
Can you do you could probably do 8 to 10 to 12 chicken thighs?
Yeah, probably. If
Yeah.
I'm really hungry. If
Yeah.
you catch me in a bad
What
time.
about you? What about just you're really hungry and they put down a whole chicken?
The whole chicken.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, if I'm really hungry,
The whole chicken.
the whole chicken
Sure.
will go. If
Oh, that's it's not an
Breakfast. What do you go with breakfast?
Whole chicken.
oatmeal, 100%. I have to get oatmeal every morning.
Every morning.
My favorite.
You
yeah.
start with that.
Start with that, and then some egg omelet.
What do you put in the omelet?
Omelet, everything they have.
issue. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Vegetables,
Vegetables, pepper, tomato, onion, ham,
mushroom,
Everything.
spinach, mushroom, all
Oh.
that.
cheese.
Cheese,
all of it.
feta cheese, whatever.
Yeah. Have you ever like walked into the training table and said to yourself, "I cannot believe what I'm at, where I am, and what I get here every day"? It's got to be. I mean, you've been in the Finnish army.
Yeah. Finnish army, we used to get these packs. They sent you for like a week into the forest, and they gave you these packs. You got to put boiling water into the packs, and then like
So training table's better than that, you're saying?
a lot
Yeah.
better. Yeah. Training table, man. Sometimes you forget in what kind of position I am. You kind of get used to the routine, and you kind of have to stop sometimes and kind of like realize that hey, this is not normal.
You're right.
You're getting everything. Breakfast, dinner. They take care of you. We have the doctor you can see in the morning. Whatever you have, like everything's. Sometimes you gotta appreciate those things. you know?
Yeah, it's like football Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like they're always there to take care of you.
Yeah.
By the way, that website, this is only until the end of the month, votetutorsmerch.com. Vote Tutors Merch. Pick out what you'd like in their merchandise line. You may see it later in the fall, but you get a $100 gift card if you're picked out to win. You went through an injury last year, my friend. First time you ever got significantly hurt?
First time, yeah, like a major injury, yeah, with the knee, definitely, yeah.
University of Albany. It's early in the season. You went through the whole off season trying to get ready to go, and then boom. What do you remember about the play? What are your lasting memories about the rehab?
Well, the play, I remember it was in the second quarter. I was mad at that. They were talking trash. The O-line was talking trash. I was kind of
Albany O-line was
Yeah.
talking
Albany was
trash.
talking trash?
Yes,
Come on.
yes,
They're talking trash to you.
yes, they were talking trash to me, and I was, very angry, or and I really wanted to, show them, and then
Give him a little Cisu. Give him a little
yeah,
Cisu.
little Cisu, and then
Yeah.
one play I kind of like showed them a little too much because I kind of torqued my upper body, and then when I got up from the pile, my knee kept locking up and jamming up. I mean, it wasn't painful. It was just it wasn't working right. And, just went to the hospital. I was in the hospital the second half, and when I was in the MRI machine for 40 minutes, and definitely it was a rock bottom for me because, I understood that, this will not take, this won't be quick, and this will take a lot from me. And, I'm very I appreciate our training staff. They, they've helped me a lot, and injuries are not easy. It's definitely I've grown a lot, mentally and physically. It's you definitely get something of it too.
Freaking Albany.
Albany.
Would
Did you learn?
Shut up.
So mentally,
It's not even an all due respect, Albany.
No,
Just like
not at
knock it
all.
off.
Yeah.
did you learn that you can't lose control because maybe if you didn't lose control, you wouldn't have torqued?
Yeah, perhaps not to get so emotionally, too visibly emotionally, just do my thing, trust my technique. I got out of my technique, that's what cost me.
Mm-hmm.
You said you grew a lot mentally. Was that harder with the injury, the mental part of not being out there every day with the guys, than it was the physical?
Definitely, seeing my guys run out out the tunnel into the field, and my body was also getting ready to play because I heard, it was hard, and watching everything from a sideline was terrible. I couldn't do anything. All I could just say, just hype them up, but just not being able to participate, contribute was definitely terrible.
Yeah, you grew up a ton. You've gone through a coaching change now. Coach Brown and staff are gone. Whole new staff comes in. Obviously, for us, we've been here once before when Rich was here, and this is your first taste of Rich. I would imagine he's unlike anything you've ever had to deal with when it comes to a coach.
Yeah, definitely. It was a learning curve during the spring, but now it feels like they've been here longer than 6 months. It's definitely a difference from last year.
What has changed? What their style is different. What is your noticeable difference of how the game is played and introduced to you guys?
Well, I could start off with intensity. I didn't know you could crank up intensity at practice like that. Intensity is definitely, everything matters. It's there's very vocal.
Rich?
Very
Yeah,
very vocal. But it's good. It kind of brings the best out of you when you're put into those situations every day. They make practice hard, and so games will feel easier. Definitely, I'm very excited to. I didn't think I was gonna be in this position. Like when the last season ended, I had uncertainties. Everyone had uncertainties. I didn't know what was gonna happen, and I'm so glad that I made the right decisions. And I'm so glad to be part of this team.
yeah.
Zach Alley was here with us and talked about how aggressive he likes to be defensively. You're seeing that, right? You guys get after it and come from everywhere, right?
Yeah, we get after it so much. He can present so much to the offense, and he's a mastermind. He has a lot of plays. Definitely maybe doubled, maybe tripled the amount of plays we have from last year. There's a lot of learning too. You got to make sure you're on top of your playbook.
Mm-hmm. Have you reached that point where you've played enough now that you're totally comfortable with anything that comes in from the sideline? Are you good? Are you just, I guess the question is this, are you playing instead of thinking?
Yeah, I think now I am. I mean, that used to be something, I thought about previous years. Maybe I'm thinking too much instead of just people like to make football a little harder than what it is. At the end of the day, it's just a kid's game. You gotta go fight the guy in front of you, you get him out the way and find a ball at the end of the day. And people make it really, very complicated.
Yeah.
That was perfect. Fight the guy in front of you and go get the ball.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You have, since the day you got here, oftentimes the phrase is that you have an incredible motor that doesn't stop, which fits right into, what you're going to be asked to do anytime. Where did that come from?
So where the motor comes from, I mean, I would say the way people back home play the game. We have grown men playing the game just for fun. Like we have to pay to play the game. You have to buy your own pants, helmets. Like you're not, there's a different motivation to play the game. And I think I just like to represent where I'm from and the way they play there.
Speaking of where you're from, here's a quote from you about the difference between Finland and the United States, especially a place like West Virginia, which is so outgoing. You said, here, there's just a culture of speaking more and communicating. Back home, we don't talk to strangers much. So culturally different, just maybe more like everybody just talks to everybody and not like that in Finland. And that was an adjustment?
Definitely. I wouldn't be this talkative if I hadn't been here for 4 years. In Finland, it's you kind of like stay to your friends, it's really, people don't like to open up in Finland. It's a very cold climate and the people are also very cold.
So you're saying like in Helsinki, you might be walking down the street and nobody's making eye contact or speaking. And here, everybody's talking to everybody all the time.
Yes, that's the biggest difference, yes.
Which do you prefer?
I mean, I like this, people chatting, just to talk, how you doing, good, it gives a little more something, Finland is just, maybe you get a little more lonely, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm stunned to hear that because you, when it comes to personality, are one of the more outgoing people that we've come across in the football program. So to come from a place that isn't necessarily warm and bubbly, you're on the opposite side of that, which means that you have to stay here. You can't go back.
I guess, yeah.
What do you think? You think you might stay here for a little?
I think I might stay. We'll see. I have a little more time to think about, see how my career goes. And I think I let things, figure out themselves.
Yeah.
So what is that? What are you thinking about a path next? Try and make it in the NFL first?
Definitely,
Yeah.
number one, NFL.
Yeah.
Be the first Finnish player in NFL, active player, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What would you be doing if you had not come here to play football?
Man, what would I have been doing? I would probably
Be in the forest defending Finland.
Yeah,
Probably.
It's hard to say. I would probably just be in Finland right now, doing some studies in a university, probably like engineering or just living my life in the happiest country in the world, Finland.
See, he had to say that so they let him back in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'd be getting.
No, I think
Keep all options
it's
open.
interesting because that is true about obviously what Eddie said, but also it gets consistently rated as one of the happiest countries in the world.
Definitely,
So-
yeah. It's because of all the metrics they account for, like healthcare,
Right.
academics, and all that, But they don't account for, social, talkativeness, and
Sitting in the coffee shop and staring
Yeah,
into your
they
coffee,
don't-
smoking
yeah.
a cigarette.
yeah. If you ask Finnish people, they wouldn't agree with what they say.
Yeah.
We've Americanized you a little bit.
Yeah.
Three Guys Before the Game is brought to us by Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law. They won't take no for an answer, Eddie. They will not take no for an answer. They specialize in military disability benefits and Social Security disability benefits, two areas that really you, if you're filing a claim, need assistance. So contact Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law, based in Parkersburg, but doing business and service to 48 of our 50 states. It's Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law. Do you ever go on the boat in Cheat Lake at all?
I've been to the boat. Yeah, I've
You've been out there a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, over here in St. Albans, West Virginia, which is just outside of Charleston, there's a marine place. Sell boats, pontoon stuff. Been in business for over 40 years, called Lou Wendell Marine Sales. You ever see James Bond movies?
Yeah, I love James Bond.
Yeah. Anytime you see a James Bond movie and there's a pontoon in it, comes from Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans.
Now you don't know that that's true, so don't tell Eddie that. Then he'll think that that's not. You don't know that.
Well, we're working to
That's
confirm that.
unconfirmed.
But I do
Thank
know
you,
this.
Brad.
I do know this,
Eddie,
that
don't
Lou
listen
Wendell
to him,
Marine
man.
Sales has been in business for over 40 years.
That's
That is true. That is
part's
true.
true.
You can visit them at LouWendellMarineSales.com. They happen. Now, this is true, too. The #1 pontoon boat dealer in the state of West
true.
Virginia.
That is also
They
true.
sell Avalon boats that are made in Michigan, 100% made in the United States.
True.
And anything, like if you want to get a raft to pull Eddie along on Cheat Lake, you can get it there. A big rubber
Also
thing.
true.
Get an anchor, get a buoy, get whatever you need in the marine world. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com. They've been doing it
Depth
for 40
finder.
years. Sure, you can get a depth finder. Yeah. That nylon rope, they got a lot of nylon rope there at those boat places. You know what I mean? That's you just can't get that at Lowe's. It's got good nylon boat
And I think
rope.
their choices of the things you can pull behind your boat. What am I
Yeah,
looking for? Not rafts, but things
yeah,
right that you can ride on.
yeah,
Certainly there. That's
yeah. Those things in the back,
struggling through that part.
Inner tubes?
Some inner tubes, yeah.
tubes.
Better than the choices that you have at Chuck's garage that you tried to put off on me.
I
All due
didn't
respect to
even
Chuck.
mention Chuck, and you brought it up. Chuck has good quality stuff. Anyway, we need a truth meter on Tony, but you were about 4 out of 5 that time.
Well, I'm just saying. I think it's true. We have been able to confirm that. But anyway,
No, don't say
So
we.
you like James Bond?
I love James Bond movies.
You said you were watching Netflix and you saw some football stuff as well.
Yeah.
So do you have an opportunity now to watch much television or stream? What are you watching now?
What am I watching right now?
Film.
I watch a lot of YouTube documentaries.
Oh, really? What kind of topics?
Well, the latest I watched yesterday was it was a YouTuber who it's a really weird topic, but it's like the immigrants who come from South America, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They have to go through the jungle.
In Panama.
Yes,
Yeah.
Panama, and separates Panama and Colombia. It's
Yes.
called the.
I know what you mean. I'll check
Yes. So I watched a YouTube documentary about this guy with his one camera walking the same route that the immigrants were walking through to get to Panama from Colombia, and it
Wow.
was amazing to see how like it was straight jungle, but it was so much trash. There's hundreds of people walking it every day.
Oh,
And it was
that's the path.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
path, and there's like, there's
it. The Darien Gap.
Darien Gap.
Darien Gap.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very dangerous because there's no law. Like you're in the middle of. It takes 6 days to walk through the Darien jungle, and families and with little kids, there's no help. If something happens, you're done. I like to
Wow.
watch some documentaries.
No, I understand.
Serious.
What about like true crime? Like this guy murders this, and they go and they find him. That's kind of intriguing to us.
Yeah,
You watch,
I like a lot of
Dateline, that
I
kind of
think
stuff.
he would like your Somali pirate videos that
You
you
ever
always
watch
watch.
those Somali? You ever see those Somali pirates try to take over those ships?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
They had the upper hand early. That kind of changed.
I know, yeah.
That kind of changed. Now they went like, okay, you want to go? We'll go.
Yeah.
They get on there with those machine guns.
Yeah.
Tony went through a
He
Somali
spends
pirate
hours
period.
in the evening watching Somali pirate videos.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching little boats get blown up.
Yeah, exactly. You know what that is? I mean, that's the classic,
Yeah.
blank, and find out. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
that's what they're learning.
I'm the
Do you
captain now.
watch? Do you watch football games?
I watch football games, yeah. I mean, of course,
Like not
NFL.
games? I don't mean game film, like film that you're studying. I mean just regular other college football games or NFL games. Now, do you watch?
I
football?
watch definitely the NFL once you get to the playoffs, and
Yeah.
I watch college games when they're on the same day if I have time.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Who on the defensive line that's in your room is going to surprise people?
Good question.
I think Hammond Russell,
He's coming, isn't he?
he's coming, and I think people are definitely gonna know his name after the end of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. He's coming along there.
He's coming along. I've seen him grow so much throughout these 4 years, man. Yeah, I'm so happy I got to share this, the journey with him.
Mm-hmm. Good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah. You ever heard of the Moth Man?
Moth Man, yes, yeah, the West Virginia,
Mhm.
yeah, Moth Man. There's a statue somewhere in South.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, why are you asking about Mothman?
I
The
wanted
show
to
has
know-
nothing to do with the Mothman today. Just what?
I wanted to know. I know him, but anyway, that's beside the
That
point.
is
I'll tell you
not-
that story later. But here's what happened earlier today.
Oh, I do. I know what he's doing.
so it's
now.
relevant?
I know what he's doing now. I didn't know that's.
Here's what happened earlier today. Like I said, we went over to Gomart. out there just off 79 in Whitehall. And so my boy, look at he picked up.
Tell them what it says. I don't think you can see it.
Those are Moth Man potato chips from Mr. B. And you can get
Moth
those
Man themed chips
Oh.
from Mr. B.
Hey.
You know, Mr. B over in Parkersburg
Yes,
makes great chips.
yes.
Look at
on
his
sale
face.
at Gomart.
I like that.
Look at his face over there. He wasn't real happy that he saw that because he's scared of it, Eddie. He's scared of the Mothman. Like the Mothman's going to come over here.
Yeah.
And then
Scared's not
Well,
right.
wait,
I'm
but-
just saying you should respect the Mothman and not taunt the Mothman
Well,
because I don't need the karma of the Mothman.
this is what made him happier, though. So when he got the bag that said the pepperoni roll potato chips from Mr. B, that put the smile. Better. So no
Damn
matter
Mothman ones, I want no part of that. It says out of the store, but they have the pepperoni roll.
no matter what you need, no matter what you need, they got from potato chips to Reese cups. We had a lot of fun in there, and well, maybe you'll see here in the next couple of months. We did get the 6-foot Slim Jim. You know what Slim Jim is?
Yes.
Yeah, we went. They got a 6-footer in
Wow,
there.
6
Yeah.
foot.
About a 5-foot Reese cup too.
The Reese cup thing's massive.
Yeah.
There's probably 27 cups in there.
What's the most popular motor vehicle in Finland? What are people driving over there?
Volvos.
Really?
Yeah.
The Volvo.
Made in
Volvos.
Sweden, right? Made in
Yeah, they're
Sweden.
I think it's maybe Chinese nowadays, but it's from Sweden
Oh, really?
originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you, and your car of choice? What will you down the road? What would you like to drive?
Probably a nice Mercedes.
Yeah.
I think Mercedes is kind of like a status symbol back home.
Yeah, well, here too.
Here
sure.
too, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe more in Finland. Everyone just says that people who drive Mercedes are just higher people.
Well, I understand.
He'd be good in a Ford truck, though. You put him in a
You
Ford
could
truck, he'd look
definitely
good.
do a
Yeah.
Ford truck.
I
He's
would
in a Ford
love to
truck.
have a big truck,
Yeah,
like
there.
a Chevy Silverado.
Yeah.
We'll get you a Ford. We'll get the F-150.
Do you see those back home?
An
Do you
NIL
see,
deal for
do you
him.
see
Get a
many
Ford deal.
pickups at home in Finland?
You know, it's kind of trending too. I've seen more, but not really. You don't see as much trucks back home at all.
So when you're in the parking lot at the Pushkar Center and it's all pickup trucks, you kind of like giggle a little bit and go like, "This is America."
This is America. People, I mean, I can see people have a lot of stuff to carry around or like move around. A lot of moving around.
Yeah,
happening.
we move a lot of stuff.
Plus, gas is more expensive.
What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you find? What do you find? What do you find comical about Americans that you didn't know?
Maybe just saying sorry all the time at the store when somebody just walks by and says sorry.
They bump into you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, or like back home it was just nothing. You know. It's just-
Well, they wouldn't communicate.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Uh,
People are polite here.
People are polite.
yeah.
This is a unique place. This state,
Yeah, West
this
Virginia
state is
is.
different. There's 50, obviously. This state's different. These are very friendly people.
Yeah.
Like your name will be remembered long after you're gone.
Wow.
Like people will always remember Eddie Vesterinen, the kid from Finland. The kid was in the Finnish army. Like they'll always remember.
Yeah.
And you know how else they're going to remember you?
What?
Let me tell how else they're going to remember you. They're going to remember you because out of 645 episodes of Three Guys, you're going to be the first one that plays a musical instrument during the show.
Let's go.
So, you said that you sang in the choir.
Yes.
When did you pick up the musical instrument?
It was the same time. I just started both same time.
So you're singing.
You're about,
and
what,
playing.
10 years old or younger?
Around, 10, maybe not 8. I think choir started at 8, maybe saxophone like 10.
And who encouraged you? Mom, dad?
Mom, of course, my mom.
She said, Eddie. And what does she call you? Do you have an
Edu or Etu. Those
Etu?
are- yeah,
Etu.
Etu.
Okay.
Finnish, yeah.
The Finnish name Etu. All right. Do they watch your games?
My mom watches the game sometimes at 4 a.m.
Yeah. So are you 6 hours? How many?
7 hours.
Oh, you're 7.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, you're 7 hours ahead. So we got an 8 o'clock game. Mom's at 3 a.m.
Yes.
finish time.
Yeah.
Wow. And she watches. Do
She
you think
watches.
do you think she understands? Does she get in some understanding or feel for the game?
I think so. Not very much. She doesn't
Mhm.
know very much, but she knows the fourth downs and
Mm-hmm.
you know on a base level what maybe an average audience member would do.
Mm-hmm. She knows when she sees her son throw the quarterback down. Good
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Then she knows a
Good
good,
day.
thing. Yeah.
So she encourages you to play the saxophone. You enjoy it?
I enjoyed it, yeah, but I had so many hobbies when I was a kid, you know, from choir to saxophone. And I remember I used to have these really awkward situations where, so I had to do these performances, right? It was it was just all the students who would play saxophone, and it was like, let's say this auditorium of 50 parents, and all the kids were playing, one song at a time, and it was my turn, and I hadn't like practiced at all, and it was I remember it was just very humiliating, experience. So after that, I've never do anything unprepared ever.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that's that's an interesting life lesson, right, Hop?
Yeah,
took the
absolutely. Yeah.
Like you took the pain and went like, that ain't happening
No,
anymore.
yeah, it was a terrible feeling when you were in front of the spotlight and you didn't practice like you were supposed to practice. And,
Yeah.
it was kind of easier to like. Thank God it happened like at that setting,
Right.
Like kids' parents.
Sure, exactly.
So speaking of practice, as in preparation for your big moment here playing,
Yeah.
where'd you just practice this week?
So this week I practiced at so I live in an apartment, so I didn't want to bother my people who live next to me, So I went to the music school parking lot.
Over the
Next to the Coliseum.
Yeah, CAC.
Yeah, I
So you
was
just
there.
pulled into the parking lot.
Yeah, I
there.
was pulled in the parking lot, go under the trees, play the old saxophone.
Yeah. I drove by the other day. The drum guys were out there.
Yeah,
they were
I
banging.
saw them. That's why I went to the same place.
Yeah.
You didn't hear him playing the sax?
I know. I just heard.
But how respectful. He didn't want to bother
Very
people in his
respectful.
apartment.
So could you play for us?
Yes, I can play. Yeah.
This is fantastic. So
All right, he's got to get suited up here.
yeah, Eddie Vesterinen is going to be the first ever musical performer, and I think it's the beginning of something here on Three Guys. We may bring more and more musical performers in. Now,
Well, even the great Charles Wesley Godwin was here and didn't perform.
Really?
he didn't
here
play.
on
No, he
set
didn't
with us.
play.
Chuck did
We'd
not
have to,
play.
You were
we'd
gone
have,
that day.
We'd have to pay him if he's.
I think.
Well, probably.
Hey, how about a duet? How about a duet with Charles and Charles on the guitar and Eddie V
I think it's a great
on the solos? He said it was a solo sax. Is that what that was? Is that what he called it? Soprano. Excuse me, soprano sax. At your leisure. Don't worry about that. We're good to go. Three Guys before the game, making history as we speak.
How many episodes have we done?
This is
845, right?
645.
645.
Yeah, 645. 645. And Eddie V is about to become the first. Go ahead, Eddie. The stage is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a big Three Guys welcome to Eddie Vesterinen. Please. Thank you. Outstanding. Fantastic. I'll give him a standing O. I'm going standing O.
He was practicing a little bit before the show, and Brad and I said, that sounds like Simple Gifts, right, Brad? But it's not. It's called Prelude to the TDM, which is a French tune from the 1600s, and Simple Gifts is from 1848.
Used in weddings. That's a big wedding song right there.
Very big wedding.
Very
song.
big wedding
But
song.
it sounds similar to Simple Gifts.
Yeah, that was outstanding.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
outstanding.
You're a talented guy.
Let's think about this, dude.
Talented.
That's why I told him when I started the show.
What?
My guy plays a musical instrument. My guy's been in the Finnish army. He was a chubby kid in the choir. He comes here. He gets all academic Big 12. He gets honored by the Big 12 for his football. He's playing high-level college football. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Universal man.
You oversell a lot.
Yeah.
You did not oversell that it's one of the great stories in West Virginia football.
You're right.
You did not
He didn't,
oversell that.
which is unusual for Tony.
It is unusual.
You
But
got
he
balls.
was
You, got,
right.
you know what I love,
Yeah.
man? You got balls.
Yes, thank
You got balls. You got to have balls to come to a different country and just say, like, I want to play a game at the highest level, and I don't really know how to play it, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to get a degree, and I'm going to be successful. Like, we have people that are scared to leave their house that are from here. And you're my man. You're going like, okay, let's freaking go.
To belabor the point. To belabor the point.
Right. It's well said. Perfectly said.
To belabor the point, Cisu.
Yeah.
Cisu.
That's what it
all
is.
about. Yeah,
it's grit, determination. I'm going to do it. Will not fail, which is, again, equal to what we like to think is the mountaineer spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
See, what you've done in your life is a throwback to what people used to do. That's what people used to do. They used to come to this country and just start from absolute zero scratch, and they made themselves. That doesn't happen, unfortunately, as much. And you did it. So I give a guy like...
Well, that's why he's a fan favorite. How many West Virginians have that story?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Especially from Italy. A lot of them from Italy coming over have that exact same story.
Yeah.
That's why he's popular.
My dad did the same thing. He was 32 years old, didn't speak a word of English, and came here.
That's hard. Really hard.
Yeah, it is. You got to have guts.
Very, yeah.
Sisu.
Sisu. A lot of Sisu.
Moi and Sisu, my two new Finnish words, Hoppy.
Listen, during your play-by-play, when Eddie makes a big play, you got to work Cisu into it.
I think I can. I think I can do that. I think I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was fun. Did you have fun?
I had very much fun. So actually, I haven't played saxophone in a year until I talked to you about it, and you had me bring it, so I had to practice last night. So.
Well, it wasn't too much pressure, right? That was okay.
No,
You had time?
Yeah.
We don't want to take time away from the playbook, of course.
Yeah, but there's a great time for me to actually, get on it. If someone doesn't tell me to do it, it's hard for me to...
Get stale.
He keeps me accountable,
There you go.
Do I actually play saxophone,
Yeah, because
don't give him too much.
We were on the field there in Dallas. And,
What did you bait him?
No, I just said, is it true? I said, is it true you play? He goes, yes. I said, would you be willing to come onto the podcast? Our guy Daniels, right?
Yeah.
Fine looking Phil.
Sure.
Fine looking Phil makes it possible for him to come. Thanks to Phil for doing that. Daniel's med story. He dresses the Mountaineers. He dresses, everybody in the free world. And he said, yeah, I'm in. And he had heard about the podcast already. So I said, yeah, let's do it.
That's awesome.
We had Ren Baker in here. We had Ross Hodge in here. I mean,
That's a very nice club.
Rich, Zach Alley.
Zach Alley was here. Rich was here. Yeah.
By the way, real quick on Daniels, he just got that throwback logo in.
Excuse me?
The throwback logo stuff just came in. That stair step
Really?
WVU with the light blue state behind it.
The Jerry West blue.
Better hurry. No, not the Jerry West blue, the light blue.
It's a look. Yeah, it's
the football throwback uniforms that are coming this year.
Okay.
The logo that goes with those, right? That's on the gold helmet with the side, the diagonal WVU, and the light blue state.
Yeah.
A lot of discussion whether it was turquoise, whether it was teal. It's just
Right.
really a light blue state is what it is. Light
You
blue.
saw it when you had your shift out there?
Yeah, I've worked on folding some.
Okay.
Had to fold some of the garments, put them out for sale for us.
I was here yesterday too
Were
with
you?
Daniels at the same time when they were
He
bringing
wasn't working. He was just walking around. I was over there working, folding. So anyway,
you know they're not giving you guys any love for what you guys are supposed to do this year when it comes to wins and losses. You know that.
I know that 100%.
You guys talking about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's like we have it posted on our walls in our D-line room.
Yeah.
They were talking about us having the least sacks in the Big 12.
Exactly.
A locker room.
This is a perfect opportunity for a West Virginia setup. You right?
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when people think West Virginia can't do it, when you think it's a slam dunk, watch out.
Well,
But when you think they can't do it, it's a great opportunity.
the great boxer Muhammad Ali
Mm-hmm.
fought this guy named Oscar Bonavena, and he had just changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. And Oscar Bonavena wouldn't say his name, Muhammad Ali. So Muhammad Ali went out there and just absolutely just beat him, but wouldn't knock him down on purpose. And he kept saying to him, say my name, and he'd punch him in the face. Say my name, and he'd punch him in the face. Wouldn't knock him down. Say my name, he'd punch him in the face. That's what you guys have to do. You say, all right, you're going to learn a little Mountaineer football right here, right? Say our name.
Say
right?
our name.
Say our name.
Say our name.
Say our name. You don't want to say our name now. You're going to say our name.
We're gonna make you.
You're going to say our name.
Yeah.
So post game this year.
that's good. You got to work that in at some point.
So
Work in a
post
say
game
our
this year
name.
when they say like
Yeah,
they
that's
didn't
a good
respect us, and at the end of the game they had to say our name.
I love it. I love it.
Buddy, you've been as good as advertised. We appreciate it very much. Number one in our heart, Eddie Vesterinen, the first ever musical performer on Three Guys Before the Game. Don't let me be the last.
Bring your
First ever
banjo
native
in.
of Finland on our show as well.
Any of your other teammates play any instruments that you've heard of?
Nobody really likes to tell the teammates. They will probably make jokes about.
You got a lot of guys over there that think they're rappers.
Yes.
Like, right? They think they
Yeah.
go in that little thing and they go, yeah. Well, tell them you can play the instrument. All right. Outstanding. Episode 645 into the book with Mountaineer Eddie Vesterinen. Brought to us by Jan Dill's attorneys at law. They will not take no for an answer. By Comax Business Systems, keeping West Virginia's business data safe, secure, and efficient for 25 years. By Gomart. Get a Gomart rewards card. Go to gomart.com for details. By Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans. They sell family fun. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com. They're absolutely terrific. By Tudor's Biscuit World. Start your day the homemade way. Eddie said he can eat 3, and I don't doubt it. It's Tudor's Biscuits. And by Conley CPA Group, providing value beyond numbers. Again, a special thanks to Daniel's Men's Store and Fine Look and Phil for allowing us to get Eddie V in studio. Special thank you to our producer, Jake, for Hoppy, Brad, and Eddie V. We're out. Three Guys Before the Game. See y'all.